Hello, folks, and welcome to the Little Joe Show. Today I'm going to talk to you about a tune that I did called D Blues. It was just a little instrumental post I did a week or so ago. And I got a lot of comments on it about where's the 12-string guitar? How do I get the sound of a 12-string guitar? And am I fooling everybody and playing a 12-string, but then showing myself somehow playing this 6-string guitar? Well, no, there's no tricks to it. But I am going to show you how I do it. And again, it's not tricks. It all has to do with octaves and how you use them. Because that's what makes up a 12-string guitar is a set of octaves, right? Okay, so first place, I'm in open D. That's D, A, D, F sharp, A, D. So this is the first string. That's the sixth. So let me just play a couple of licks to show you what I'm talking about in the sound. And I personally never equated this with the sound of a 12-string. All right, that's kind of the idea. And the way I do it is by using octaves. So on a guitar tuned to open D, which is what I do this a lot, because I like this run, and I like it. I can do it with, my second and third finger. And I can get all kinds of different weird effects. So basically all it is, you know that the octaves that sort of naturally occur are the 6 and the 4, like that, the 5 and the 2, and the 4 and the 1. So we got those 3 octaves we're working with, and all we have to do is move them up and down and around the neck, right? So for instance, that's 4 and 1. And I'm playing the 4 with my middle finger at the 12th fret and the 1 with my third finger at the 12th fret. And I can play a major scale, I can play a minor scale, I can play any kind of scale because I've got the entire range there as long as I'm in open D. Now you could do this in other keys too on the guitar, but I do it in open D a lot so I can have the low string as a kind of ringing in the background. And I can combine it with other things too, and that gives a nice effect, All right, so let me start just by showing you how I utilize some of this stuff. And actually, I'll start with just showing you an easy way to put together a scale. So this is going to be D, a D scale. Just a D major scale. It's just, we're on the 2 and the 4, or on the 1 and the 4, excuse me. Open, 2nd fret, 4th fret, 5th fret, 6th fret, 9th fret, 11th fret, 12th fret, right? So you can also get the A scale by doing the same frets. Open, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12. And that's on the 5 and 2 strings. You can do the same thing on the 6 and 4. Open. We got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 11, 12. Okay, now I don't normally play a lot of major scale stuff other than this kind of. Other than that, okay? Because I do a lot of blues, and blues has a lot of the blues scale and the pentatonic scales, right? So what does that look like? All right, I'm going to go through sort of the minor pentatonic first. And that is, and I hope I'm getting this right because I've done these before and I've gotten called on them because I don't get them exactly right. So if this isn't correct, let me know. Okay, it's open, 3. Oh, and I'm on strings 1 and 4. And this works on any of those pairs of strings, 1 and 4, 2 and 5, or 6 and 4. Okay. Open, 3, 5, 7, 10, 12. All right, that's a pentatonic minor scale. All right, and I believe that's a blues, the blues scale of some variety. All right, and that's where you're doing the same thing. Open, 3, 5, 6, 7, 10, 12. Okay, and you can combine things together. All right, so you can get that same kind of thing I get with the slide. Right? And you can combine your ideas together and throw in these licks that you can do. All right, so let me show you a couple of licks to get you started. All right. Now, you can do this with or without the slide. Let me take the slide off just to show you. I use the slide. I have the slide on all the time, and that's just because I'm so used to it. But I didn't in the video for D Blues. So here's how it started. All right, all that is 12, and we're on strings 1 and 4. 12, 9, 8, 3, 2, open. And then strings 2 and 5. Okay, so I'm going to the G chord there when I stop, because that's going to be... And you can approach it. Now, the G chord is just, and you guys probably already know this, it's 2nd fret, 5th string, and I use my middle finger. 1st fret on the 3rd string. Oh, and you can have the 4th string open. 2nd fret on the 2nd string, there's the octave, and I use my 3rd finger for that. And then open 1st string. So I use the octave to get there. And then I'm going, all right, on string 5, 2, 3, 4. All that is 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to catch and play. This isn't an octave. This is just the 2nd and 3rd string. On 3rd string, I'm playing 3rd fret. And then the 2nd fret and the 1st fret. So, and as soon as I hit the 1st fret, I'm going like that. So 2 and 5, open, 2, and then open 1 and 4. All right, like that. All right, and that's just on strings 1 and 4. 3, 2, open. 2 and 5. 2, open. All right, and then I'm doing something different from octaves, and this isn't sounding like a 12 string, but I'm gonna show it to you. I like to go to the 3rd fret with my middle finger on the 6th string, and the 2nd fret on the 3rd string, my 1st finger, and I play the 4th string open, and then move it down 1 fret. And then to the D. And then you can do that, right, to use it as a turnaround. So that's the same form that I just did but 6, 4th fret, 3, 3rd fret. So alternating, 1st string, down a fret, down a fret, open. Okay? So, all right, now, let's talk about when we go to the 4 chord. So you can take lots of blues licks that are old, just licks that have been around a long time. Freddie King liked this. You know, he liked that lick. And all that is on a guitar tuned to open D is going to be on the 1st string, 7th fret, 6th fret, 5th fret, 2nd string. We're going to go to 8th fret, bend up a little bit, 5th fret on the 2nd string, 5th fret on the 3rd string. All right, 5th fret on the 2nd string. All right, I don't play that lick a lot because it's not, doesn't fit in. I'll play it sometimes with a slide, but I'll do it more like this. Right, where I'm gonna use my fingers for part of it. Go up, I'll slide up to the 7 on the 1st string, then 6, 5 with my 2nd and on the 1st string with my 2nd finger on 6 and my 1st finger on 5. Then go back to the slide for the 3rd fret on the 1st string. Open, 2nd string, 2nd fret, and the 1st fret open. Now you can do that, right? All right, and all that is the same thing except you're on strings 1 and 4. 6 or 7, 6, 5, 3. You can bend it up if you want. Open, strings 5 and 2, 2nd fret, and then strings 1 and 4 open. And a lot of times I won't try to bend both the strings. I'll just bend like the 4th string because it gets a nice little dissonant bluesy sound. But also, it's just easier, all right, than trying to bend all those strings together. All right. Now, there's just tons of stuff you can do, you know, and when you're... So, for the 5 chord, which in our case is A, right, you can go... on strings 1 and 4, 7, 5, 7, 5, 2, and then, actually I like that better, 7, 5, 2, 2, and then 4 on strings 5 and 2, and then open strings 5 and 2. So, oh. So, that's a good one. And it sounds very sort of, I don't want to say Texas Alexander. I think Eddie Lang or Lonnie Johnson, I think, played behind Texas Alexander. Because it kind of has like Lonnie Johnson feel. Yeah, so let's talk about these dogs just go and go. Let's talk about what's happening at the end of the neck before we stop, because I want you to understand where all this stuff is down at the bottom of the neck. Okay, what am I doing? All right, so at the end of the neck, let's start on strings 1 and 4. All right, so we've got the 4th fret, the 3rd fret, the 2nd fret, and the open. All right, so all that was open, 2, 3, 2, open, and then 5 and 2, 2 and open, and and then slide into the 4th fret on strings 1 and 4, and then open. All right, so what's going on? We've got, of course, strings 6 and 4, open, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 2, open, 2, 3, 4 and 1, open, 2, 3, 4. All right, so those are the notes that you have to choose from. And I want to show you one last lick, and that's the one I like to use a lot at the end of a sort of a chorus. Right? So, open, 2, 3 on strings 1 and 4. And then climb back down to open. And then on strings 5 and 2, 2, open. And then 3, 2, open on string 6 and 4. All right, guys, have fun with this. It's an interesting concept because you can get some sounds that are like a 12 string. And I'm going to do a little demonstration thing here at the end of the lesson to just show you how to do this and how to make it sound right and use the scales that I've shown you. All right. All right, guys, run with this idea. Sorry, for some reason, my dog, who's laying behind this camera on the bed, decided to stretch her legs out and kind of get things going. Guys, the tabs for this are available in Patreon, and thanks to all my Patreon subscribers who support me. That really keeps the channel going. What else will keep the channel going is just simply liking and subscribing to me on YouTube and sharing the video with other people that you know are interested in blues guitar and interested in different guitar concepts. All right, guys, I appreciate all of you. Hey, and the link to the tabs will be in the comments, or not in the comments, but in the description. And have a great week. I'll see you next week.